Hello everyone, this is Ned here, recording a tournament report from the Magic Online Legacy Super PTQ. This is the deck I used, so no surprise here I guess. Good old Uro Minskenbu 4-color control. I did make some changes regarding the new changes to the format. Mainly Initiative is the new deck that's being played, and it's very strong, very powerful. The big changes I would say is adding multiple dress downs to the main deck, one more to the sideboard. Basically this card is very good against them because all their creatures that comes into play effects. So you negate that, draw a card, and move on. Another big change is going one Terminus main deck and two in the sideboard. Again, this is I would say a concession to the new deck. Terminus is just great against them. Basically just a 1 mana mass removal, so they have you can keep up with the initiative, and Minskenbu is the way you steal the initiative back and take over the game. I would say the matchup is so and so. It's not a matchup I like, not a matchup I hate. I think it's fine. Mainly it requires either a timely miracle terminus or force of will is really big, so you counter the first initiative creature. But of course they have Cavernous Souls, so that's a big issue against force of will. And then basically I built a deck that I want to beat Delver and Initiative, and a bit of a concession to combo decks, so you don't see any surgical extractions or fluster storms or card like that. I do have still the 2 force of negation in the sideboard, just think the card is good, also in the mirror. And it is some hate against combo like Reanimator. So yeah, this is basically the list that I took to the tournament. I think it's fine, and let's just dig in, go straight into it. So round 1. So basically this is a super PTQ or whatever you call it. That top 4 qualifies for the RPTQ, I think, or something like that, in your local region. So for me it would be in Napoli, in Italy, which is something I learned afterwards. Alright, let's see the opening hand. This hand was bad, 5-land Endurance Prismatic Ending. I think it was, yeah. So that hand was really weak to basically almost anything except maybe Delver. But even against Delver, they can easily overpower it. So here, this hand's great. Have a turn 1 force of will against initiative, combo, whatever. Put back an arrow, I think. Because, yeah, pretty sure I put back an arrow here. Yep. Now just fetch. Ponder, looking for lands mainly. That's a bit too fast. Chose to not shuffle, which is interesting. Alright, so opponent goes turn 1 Ponder. Could be Delver, could be combo. Alright, so this was. Here I just like going land go. You play Flutterstrand, have a Brainstorm up. I would not play Ponder here because I don't know what my opponent is on yet. I mean, he could be, if he's Delver, I don't mind drawing white card like Swords, Plowshares, and Prismatic Ending. But if he's a combo deck, which I'm suspecting at this point because he didn't play a 1-drop yet, so I want to shuffle those away with Brainstorm. So he pondered, chose to shuffle, pass. So here I'm going to Brainstorm, putting back Minskenbu, and I think there's another card, I'm not really sure. So here, it feels like my opponent's a combo deck. This is what I'm putting him on, because he went two Ponders, no 1-drop, nothing. So, drop Plow, which is pretty terrible. Here I'm going to Ponder, looking I think I should ponder here. I could just go Wasteland Uro, but then I don't have Pyroblast up. So if he's combo deck, you want to have Force of Will for the show until it's, for example, and then Pyroblast. Alright, 3 lands. Don't shuffle that. Play Wasteland and pass. So here we still have Force of Will plus Pyroblast in case he's a combo deck, but if he's Delver, then 3 lands is great because we can still Uro. Now the Wasteland might seem aggressive, but in my mindset I was thinking that he's a combo deck, not a, again, end of turn Brainstorm, which is really showing me that he's a combo deck and not, right, here the whole game changes a bit. Apparently he is a Delver deck. So what I'm going to do here, now there's a good interesting situation. Could just plow it, and if he forces, I Pyroblast. If he has double force, that's a bit bad. I could just go land Uro. I think I like going land Uro here. So he forces, I Pyroblast. He forces, and what I don't force back because I can Sanctuary back the plow or the Pyroblast itself. So that was a fine interaction. He used 4 cards to save his So here the question is, do I play around days or not? I think drawing a blue card for force, I don't need to, because I can, worst case, I can force the days. So I play Uro, he Pyroblasts it. Now the question is, oh, he dazes. Yeah, alright, so he taps 2 mana. We're gonna draw a card. I could have taken 6 here actually, and just go down to 7. So that was another thing. Also, my mana is really awkward. I only have 1 green, so if you wasteland my Trop, escaping Uro is really difficult. So if I force here, a daze, don't think that's good. So I think the right plan here is just to take 6, go down to 7. If he goes end of turn Bolt, then we can upkeep Plow and then force a daze. But if he doesn't end of turn Bolt, then I don't think he has multiple Lightning Bolts in hand. Here. So he pitched Force and Delver. So I don't think he has another Force, that's for sure. So do we play the Plow? I would not play it eventually. And if you want to play the Plow, you should do it upkeep. Don't give him a draw step. Yeah, alright. So the opponent plays a Delver, which is fine. Draw pretty bad endurance. Here I would just play Plow first on a Murktide. Right away. Okay, good. And then play Ponder. He Pyroblast, which is really bad for me. Because now, alright, so he flips Delver with Ponder. Basically I have 2 dead cards in my hand that I cannot cast. One of them is really bad, and I'll probably never be able to cast it. So my best draw is just a green source, hopefully not a fetch land, because going down to 3 is in Lightning Bolt range, which the opponent could easily have, because he didn't play anything the whole game almost. So he pondered, not shuffle, ponder, land, go. Draw basically blank, and I mean here I'm just probably dead. So I'm just gonna go quickly through this. What I could have done is got Savannah over Tundra one turn, and then I would not have Sanctuary, so that's a bit unfortunate. So that would not work out probably like I wanted to. Maybe I should have just played into days, to be honest, not taking the damage from Murktide. But then I would have another turn or 2 in case he just had 1 daze as a backup. He had 3 cards, so if he had daze, Looked like he had like Ponder Daze something, but here it's just a second Murktide. I'm gonna Hardcat Force. He's gonna Daze that we knew about. Yeah. And now the game's. I mean, I do have Terminus, so I'm basically Terminus or bust. But second Endurance, and we're dead. Alright, so I feel like I should not have taken damage from that Murktide. Just play into Daze, make him use the Daze, and then I don't think it would matter much. Because, well, we would have another draw step, I think, probably. Yeah, this game was a bit awkward. My mana did not work out properly, which obviously can happen in 4-color. We didn't even get wastelanded. Maybe fetching there should have fetched a bit different. But I usually like getting Trap, Volcanic, Tundra. Sideboard is pretty straightforward against Delver. Take out Force of Wills, take out Dress Down, 1 Minskin Boot, and a Wasteland. Side in all the Pyroblast, Carpets, Hydroblast. Basically, you don't want to get 2 for 1, so those. Terminus, I like leaving 1 because, well, like for example, that game. And also they sometimes have True Name Nemesis. But this hand's perfect. Like, we go Carpet, one doesn't have anything to stop it, and here I just feel like I win the game, almost. Once Carpet resolves against Delver, it's really hard to lose. I think every time I resolve a Carpet against Delver, my win percentage is insanely high. So this turn is pretty straightforward. You play Flutter Strand, get a white mana from Carpet, Prismatic Ending the Delver. Obviously use Prismatic Ending, not Plow, so you leave Plow for Murktide. So just keep my life total up, don't take damage. So opponent has a 1-lander, or he is. So a good iteration here, but I don't want to let him have use his mana for Pyroblast. So here I just like taking green mana, probably playing a Volcanic and Endurance, play around Daze. Then if he forces it, well, that's fine, whatever. Yep. So let's see if the opponent forces, which is Force-based Expressive Iteration. That's like a win for me. Got a 2 for 1, got him out of him. So here again, we're going to play another Endurance. Just not let him use his Pyroblast mana. Yeah, basically you don't want them to properly use their mana. So here the opponent's obviously representing Pyroblast, so don't want to play the Expressive Iteration. So I like just playing Endurance here, using on the opponent, so harder for Murktide to come down. He's probably on Expressive Iteration here. Oh wow, okay, Brainstorm, play land, pass. So here, we could iteration, we could just attack and pass. Again, don't let him use his Pyroblast mana. But drawing a Misty Rainforest means that I can play iteration and Sanctuary back, which is something. So there's that. I think I don't mind going for it. I also don't mind just passing. Tap for 3 and pass here. This game basically looking for Uro. Because Carpet is going to escape her the same turn, so they can't surgical it, so they have to Pyroblast and surgical. So that's basically a 3 for 1. So we already did a lot of work once you get there. Yeah, alright, so I decided not to cast Expressive Iteration. I kind of like that. Here the opponent will cast his own Expressive Iteration. Remove Forcible, now that's crazy. So here, I like getting blue mana, casting Brainstorm. If they Pyroblast out, we can cast Expressive Iteration. Yeah, so opponent had 1 mana, didn't play land drop, cast Expressive Iteration, and bricked. So probably like Murktide Force force or something like that. It was really crazy. So this was nice. In response to carpet, I used brainstorm. That's a nice little trick, so you can decide on main phase 2. We got second carpet, which is great, and we drew the euro. So here I just feel like, sure, if you have Power Blast Surgical, that's fine. We'll get a 3 for 1. And I still have Expressive Iteration. And I'm beating him down a bit with an endurance. So for example, price of progress will be less of an issue because he isn't putting pressure on me, and it's just looking great. So here you get green, blue, and just, yeah, the opponent skips the euro. Alright, so this was a pretty straightforward game. The opponent did nothing, and we had carpet. Both sideboard games is usually how it works against Delver, because carpet is probably the best card against them in the format. That's my opinion. This hand's fine, not great, but we have a brainstorm, 4 lines, good against Delver, so we like that. Opponent again, keeping really slow hands, I must say. I'm not really sure what he's keeping, but he'll just go fetch line pass. Probably Misty. You do want to understand which fetches he is, but Misty and Tarn can fetch the same, except Misty you can get Savannah. Tarn can not get Savannah, so there's that. Opponent also not having counterbalance, so I'm really not sure what he kept. Probably like multiple iterations, stuff like that. But again, he's just playing land go, which I'm fine. I don't want him to use his mana. Ponder is a nice draw. Definitely cast Ponder here. Probably play Tarn and cast Ponder. If he wants to Fire Blast, that'd be my guess. Also, in these kind of games, in some weird way, Minskip is very good. So I saw 2 lands and a Ponder. I'd probably shuffle that. I could have taken a second Ponder and then just shuffle away the 2 lands. That's also an option. But I kind of like shuffling there. I feel like we can do better. We didn't do much better, but I mean, Prismatic Ending is not that great, but it's okay. So Minskip in these kind of games is great because, I mean, the opponent probably has a bunch of Fire Blasts in his hand. So we'll have, I mean, you could easily have Hydro Blast as well, or Lightning Bolt, but they usually set out some Lightning Bolts. So opponent Brainstorm, that's fine, let it resolve, shuffles. So I'm really not sure what he had. Delver is totally fine, DRC is fine. I do respond to DRC with Brainstorm in case he does have Fire Blast and he wants to Fire Blast it, so he doesn't get Surveil, which is exactly what happened. So we're just going to clean up the board with these Prismatic Endings. I don't want to play the Minskip into Daze. That's just, I think, a bad play. So alright, let's see. I got some Miracle Terminus to clean both the creatures. I think my best draw is probably like a Brainstorm, Expressive Iteration, Endurance. We have quite a lot of good draws. Carpet's actually fine. I don't hate Carpet. We can go play Carpet. I actually like Prismatic ending the DRC first in case he has Force. So if he decides to force Carpet, again, we don't want him to have Surveil triggers. But never mind, just play Carpet. I'm guessing I'm gonna get green. Yeah, so you want a Prismatic ending DRC first, exactly, so he doesn't get triggers. Now we play Minskip. He forces Pitch Daze, so again, played well that he didn't get the trigger. So he's gonna get Brainstorm on top, flip Delver, which is fine, that's okay. I could have used Prismatic Ending on my turn actually, that was maybe a mistake, just took 3 damage for no reason. But I mean, it turned out fine. Second carpet is not really what I was looking for. So here you get 4 white, and I think I did it for 6, right? Because they have no 6 mana spells. I'm gonna try to 7, forces 5. So you really want this to resolve. So yeah, we do this. Sadly, I think I do have to. I will get Brainstorm back on top though, due to this carpet being a dead card, so we can shuffle it away. DRC is fine. Really don't care. Brainstorm in response. Put back 2 cards. Get 4 blue. Shuffle away. Let's get 3 mana, and this Brainstorm is great. Yeah, so here I'm just gonna go off basically. Play land, play carpet. Now we get 4 green, cast arrow, and now this game is basically over. Get a basic island. Yep. Alright. Yeah, once arrow comes back, draws another card, go up to 19. Opponent basically had nothing. So I feel like your opponent had pretty bad hands. Like if you're on the Delver side, you really want to play more aggressive. Just land go 2 turns. I don't know. Really weird game. But I'll take it. And I think it shows how strong carpet is there. Carpet is just great. So round 2, Matt Jones. I have no clue what this guy's on. Seeing initiative or whatever. Obviously mulligan, no lands. Stands fine. Cavern naming human, Crow Mox, Lotus Petal. Now I'm worried. We did name human. So Spellbinder is actually okay out of all the options. I mean, it is a beater, but if we draw like a plow, if we draw anything, but he does go turn to White Plume Adventure. So here I'm feeling really bad. Basically has a really good hand. So we do Miracle of Terminus, which is just insane. Right up, probably in the best spot I could have. Miracle Terminus, play land go. This takes off a lot of pressure, and also the good thing about it is that now he has to go to Lost Wealth, so he doesn't get to trap. So my life total is higher, and he doesn't have also. All right, this part of us will obviously get shuffled away with Brainstorm. So I was saying he doesn't have another creature to put on the board. Cavern naming or now I'm guessing he has Solitude. That's how it feels like it. So I'm gonna get Volcanic. Probably should have got Trop. Just Brainstorm, put back Pyroblast, and then Sanctuary, so we can shuffle away the Pyroblast. Just get a Trop and slam Minskamboo, and I mean, even if he has Solitude, it's not the worst, I think, because it doesn't kill my Minskamboo, and if he doesn't, well, it's great. We get to initiate it. So, yep. I don't know. One probably has just junk in hand. Now I feel really good. Yeah, it's just true. So he was really relying on his opening hand, which was really good, but I got obviously lucky with that Miracle Terminus. Basically this game is over, like, we would probably easily win there. So, I mean, gotta get lucky in these tournaments, right? So how I sideboard against that deck, obviously Pyroblast goes out. I sideboard out low and Expressive Iteration, and side into Terminus and Dress Down. The reason I sideboard out Expressive Iteration, which might seem weird, is that it's really bad against Archon. If you hit 3 spells, you brick. It's pretty bad against Thalia because it's hard to cast it and cast another spell afterwards. And it's just a bit slow in general when they're super fast. Loam is also not great. Loam could be fine, but I think it's not great. This hand's actually not bad. Obviously, I would love to have a Force, but I mean, so be it. So opponent has a turn 1 White Plume Adventurer. So really good opener. What I'm looking for is a brainstorm more than ever. So just play fetch. You want to play the fetch, not drop, in case you miracle terminus, especially play sideboard and have 3 of them. So again, opponent here going. I don't know why I fetched second house. I guess I was trying to bluff. Alright, he has Spellbinder, sees my hand, takes dress down. I think that's a bit interesting. I would probably take Terminus and try to, in case I drop, in case I draw Brainstorm. So Plow is a great draw. We plow, I don't know why I'm fetching again, but okay. Absolutely no reason. Plow the Spellbinder, just a flyer instead of the 3/3. I think it makes sense. He played Archon, which is a bit annoying. I pawned. I didn't get to see, but I did shuffle. Here I'm basically looking for Terminus. It's the only card that matters. Yeah, now it's basically Terminus or bust. I guess I was also looking for Brainstorm. If I hit Brainstorm, that'd be great, but we didn't. We're done. Even if it doesn't save me, because 4/7, this is 12 damage. So yeah, that Archon was. I think he probably drew it. I don't know. That was a really good draw. Without the Archon, it could have been okay because I had Endurance and Uro. So Endurance blocks, Uro just gains life. That's how it works against the deck. Let's see if we change something in the sideboard plan. Don't think so. Yeah, same sideboard plan. See your opener. This is great. We're playing mulligans to 6. It's not perfect, but it's totally fine. Totally acceptable. So characters go. We can play that game. Miracle Terminus, right on time, but okay. Cavern, Lotus Petal, alright. Probably gonna get White Plum, yeah. But unfortunately we don't have Dress Down. Dress Down would have been insane here. Brainstorm is just probably the perfect draw. So we go Uro, gain some life. Now we can. Another Uro is actually good because it's the blue card for forest. So I'm feeling pretty good here. Again, it gets to the scry room, not the deal damage room. So giving more turns. Scry's one bottom, one top. Alright, he's gonna cast Spellbinder. Oh, Anointed Priest. Here I'm gonna Brainstorm in response and just put back to Terminus. He can do whatever play, like names Terminus, but that's fine. We have 3 mana. So we're just going to sweep the board, play land, and pass. Kind of nice that he used the Lotus Petal for that, so we get more value off this Terminus, another card basically. So sweep those 2, play land, in case we want to shuffle the Terminus on top. I am looking for Wasteland. I really need a Wasteland for this Caracas, or else this game is going to be a bit harder. Also because Minstambu and so on. So do I get? Oh, the opponent plays. Now I feel like he has Aven Mind Sensor. It just feels like an Aven Mind. This draw was perfect, by the way. Just perfect draw. Yeah, draw Plow, fetch land for another iteration. Yeah, Aven Mind Sensor. Get a 4/1. I'm just gonna plow this. Don't want to take unnecessary damage, really. Yeah, just plow that, kill that. He's gonna play Archon. So in response here, I'm just gonna Terminus and then escape Uro. Clean the board a bit. Not really get a 2-for-1, but tap Savannah. You want to leave on the Caracas. Yeah. I know he does have Caracas, but I mean, it just takes his ability to use it. I guess like Frisch imports him for 1 turn. Okay, just play my lands against Archon or whatever. This game I'm basically looking for Minstambu or so he's gonna go to dungeon, get that guy, which is annoying, definitely annoying. But this game is much better. I'm 20 life. Another White Plume adventure, which is fine. I'm not gonna lie, it's not. I don't feel great, but I think it's a fine game. Again, going to the scry room. Every time he put 2 cards on top, by the way, but every time he went to the scry room, it felt like good for me because alright, so he's gonna bounce my euro. Okay, that's fine. Basically, it felt like giving me more turns because it's much slower and actually killing you. So Brainstorm is a great draw again, digging deeper for that terminus. He's gonna get a treasure, which is fine. We're gonna plow the season dungeon here. So he plays Cavern and Elementals, and he kept 2 cards on top, which means that he has multiple Solitudes in hand or 1. Take 3, that's fine. Okay. No reason to cast Brainstorm, by the way. We will cast it now, though. Ponder. I like keeping those. Those are great cards. Yeah. Now we find a Wasteland for Carapace, which is just huge here. Do it now, so if he wants to use his cards. Do I escape Burrow here? Okay, escape Burrow. Leave Wasteland, in case we need to endurance back Wasteland if he has another Carapace. Good thing that he casts Solitude, but he has to use a treasure token, which we have dress down for, which is great. So he Solitudes, we're gonna dress down, get our value, draw another dress down, draw card 0. So here, I feel like I am ahead, but not insanely ahead. I mean, I do feel good. Despite him finishing, he's gonna finish twice the dungeon. So here he's gonna Solitude again. Thing is, I do gain 6 lives, so no big deal. It's not like I take a lot of damage on the crack bag. Basically, this negates it. And it drew me a card giving me 3 lives, so that's fine. Now we're basically looking for Minskimbu. Force is not great. Should put back a Force, I think. Endurance is also a really good draw. Just a 3/4 blocker. Kind of like that. So he's going to go back to the dungeon. Get Dungeoneer. Play a land, attack with all 3. Should have plowed. Nah, I want to leave the plow for a Dungeoneer. So he showed me an Anointed Peacekeeper on top. I do target Endurance myself because I want to draw that Wasteland. He's going to Solitude. I think, yeah, we're going to dress down that. Yeah, 1 step at a time. Yeah, he tapped a little awkward, but okay. So he had 3 Solitudes in hand, which made sense that he used Cavern on Elemental, but I feel like that's okay. So we're gonna dress down here. We Miracle Terminus. We do not. We draw Minskimbu, which is just amazing. I'm gonna plow the Dungeoneer. Remember, it loses Hexproof now. Block of Solitude, just to eat it up. So this dress down was just amazing. Alright, so we're gonna Earl, draw a fetch, which is just whatever. Play Minskimbu. Here I am going to attack, and this is great for me, double blocks, so kill 2 Solitudes. Here he goes to Forge. So then Spellbinder, which we're fine. Our hand is garbage anyway. He attacks Minskimbu, which makes sense. So now I'm looking for basically any removal spell to kill the White Plume and attack. Ponder is a good draw. So Prismatic Ending, just perfect. Let's Prismatic Ending away the White Plume Adventure, plus Minskimbu, attack. One's at 1,000,000 life, but it doesn't matter. Eventually I will kill him. Escape with Carapace mana up. Draw the Prismatic Ending. And the good thing is I can use Force of Will out of the graveyard. I'm just gonna force this. So we force, pitch force. Time is also a thing that we can kill him with, but I feel like it won't matter much. I just feel like this game's over. Make a big blue token. Don't know. We're not gonna miracle that. No. I keep on it for 15. And now this game's way over. Just totally over. Yeah, I feel like opponent has no outs from here. Yeah, alright. So despite him having like a fast start, I think it was turn 2 White Plume's Cavern. Just post sideboard like Dress Down, Terminus are so good. And then Mins can be. There's a merit for again leaving in the waste the loam, so you can get that wasteland, which is a big game plan in this post sideboard match or in general. I really don't have a 100% opinion on that. So round 3, so far so good. Let's see, we're on the play, hand is great. Great against Delver, pretty good against Initiative. Obviously, Parablast is a dead draw, but that's how it works sometimes. So, smells like Initiated, and it is Initiated. Archon is fine. I'm just going to get my mana. Yeah, get drop and Taiga in case we draw. Well, not that, but. So here, it was interesting. I had an option of I could not prismatic ending it actually. So here I messed up. I thought I could ending it, but then Carapace comes into play tap. So that was a big misplay for me. Brainstorm is just a perfect draw here, by the way. Just exactly what I want. So it's going to go to the dungeon, start the initiative plan. So yeah, getting Taiga was bad. That was my mistake. So the opponent, see if the opponent attacks. I doubt he's going to attack here. I think it's just, yeah. I am going to Endurance. So I can Prismatic Ending Archon attack. And now I do get the dungeon, which is nice. I think I Wasteland Ancient Tomb here, yeah. So he doesn't have 4 mana next turn. So we set him back a bit on the mana. I'm basically looking for an Uro or a Minsk and Boo. Those are 2 cards I want to draw. So you're going to Chromox, printing Archon, and I believe this is a 5/3 guy. We'll Brainstorm, draw a forced blue card, which is really nice. So here we're just going to Terminus, clean the board a bit. Yeah, alright. So it's pretty good, not bad. We can fetch, kill Chromox, so he has 1 less mana to work with. He is flooding out, so I think the mana doesn't matter much. Iteration is nice, so we can ending the token. I think this is what I'll do. I am thinking about the fetch land though, because I have Terminus in my graveyard and I already have 3 blue sources. So there's that. And he is finishing the dungeon next turn. So in case I want to Terminus, just take 4 here. I already pitched 1 Uro. I feel like I got stuck a bit. Okay. Alright, never mind. I did go for the Brainstorm now. That's a bit weird. Okay. Worked out okay because I can put back 2 lands, fetch, and in case we draw another, we need to Terminus. But yeah, I really need a Minsk and Boo or something to work with, I'm not really sure. We need some This brainstorm was really bad. Drawing 3 lands there was terrible. Go back to the island and, I don't know, fetch land or volcanic. I really want too many fetch lands because I'm going down on life totals. Right? Looks like, okay. So I do keep the 2 fetch land. I'm not really sure how much I like that. End of turn I can sanctuary back either Terminus or Expressive Iteration, depends how the initiative goes, like the last chapter. Throne of the Dead 3. Alright, so we go into the throne, Undercity, finish the dungeon. Reveal Caves of Chaos. Pretty perfect because, I mean, just really strong here. Basically. So I think I do like getting Terminus here. I could get an Iteration because I have a Plow for that card actually. In case I want to draw, just keeping my draw going. I have quite a lot of good draws. 3 mins can do 3 arrows, still have 2 endurances if I want to draw that. Oh, I just fetch. Yeah, I don't like that play. That's weird. Although I do have Plow and a Force, so I can leave that. You want to wait until they choose Forge, so they lose basically, but the opponent's smart. No reason to choose Forge. I mean, Caves is already 8 powers enough. Doesn't matter if it's lethal this turn or not. Although going Forge again, you get the Trap, which is really good. So that's another thing to consider. But Scry 2 is good. So you Scry 2 to the bottom, Plow that. And force basically whatever you cast here. You know, we're easily going to force that. Also, we need to draw loam for his Caracas for the Wasteland. So yeah, this is an easy Force of Will. Sorry, I think like the replay is getting a bit slow. Maybe I'll speed this up a bit. End of turn, I'd probably back then I could have Wastelanded Caracas. That's also an option. But something I could have done. Well, this is getting slow. Alright, let's just cast this Force of Will. Gonna speed up a bit because the replay is getting slow. And here the opponent casts Palace Jailer, which is really, really bad for me. But he does tap out of Caracas, so I can draw Minskenbu. So we're gonna get back Iteration. Just cast it. Throw Brainstorm land, okay, pretty good. Can still draw a Minskenbu. There's a Minskenbu and the loan, which is really, really good for me. So I feel a bit good here. Again, this can get the game changed because there's also Monarchy now, so we have to be a bit worried about that. But here, yeah, I just like casting Minskenbu, attack. I do shuffle, by the way, because I get so shuffle. Wait, what happened? Why didn't I? Oh, I was already in the first step, so I Scry 2. Okay, so Scry 2, 1 bottom, 1 top. Left a Prismatic Ending, drew it. So again, he gets the Initiated, gets a Treasure. Probably attacks me here, to be honest. Yeah, attack me because he has Caracas. and gets the monarchy back, which is good. But now I do get, it's going to bounce my token. I'll get Wasteland back, so I can Wasteland the cards, and then I think I can escape Hero, right? Yeah, I can definitely escape Hero. Okay, bounce, that's fine. Loam, Hero. He's going to Solitude though, which is a bit annoying. Because, I mean, he does get a 3-2 on the board, but I do gain 6 life, so that's really good for me. So the game continues a bit. What I could have done is actually Wasteland my Sanctuary, Dredge Loam, play Loam, Sanctuary back, Terminus, because I go up to 13 here. But I really wanted to Wasteland the Caracas. Draw Force, which is probably the worst draw I could have drawn. Yeah, we're just gonna cast Arrow, go up to 18. Draw. Oh, sorry, I did not cast Arrow. What? Prismatic Ending, the White Plum Adventure, okay. That's fine, interesting. So opponent kills my Minskendu, which is okay. Continue playing a bit, draws another card. Could Dredge Loam, so I can Wasteland my Sanctuary and then cast it playing Terminus. Here I have Rura plus Caracas, I think. That's basically the plan. This game is going wild. I don't feel good about it at all, by the way. I think it's not good. He's going to finish the Undercity again next turn. And I'm just drawing lands here. So my draws have been really bad in the last couple of turns. And the opponent had basically really good. The Power Jadler introducing the Monarchy was really good for him. So I'm just going to fetch, escape Hero, remove 5 lands in case I want to endurance myself. We don't need those lands. Could Dredge Loam, but I don't think I want to draw the worst possible card in my deck. So the opponent is going to Solitude again. Here I'm just going to bounce my Arrow. We really need 0, so sadly cannot. But now I feel really bad. Archon is also insane, just perfect hit. Now I feel like I lost. Yep. I mean, I can Arrow, go up to 10, and then just die. I think if he didn't hit Archon, I would be okay. Maybe, because I gain 6 life, go up to 13. And then draw another card, maybe. I could have last turn also Sanctuary back Terminus. That's also an option. So I think I should have done that because he is finishing the dungeon this turn, so he's going to put another big creature in play. Yeah, kind of like that. I think that was a mistake, big mistake there. It's something that I always forget that I have the ability to do. And I am worried about decking out in case I dredge my endurances. But so the difference here, by the way, is the opponent has Case. I do sideboard and Hydroblast. So I sideboard out. I leave Loam. I want to try it out a bit. Sideboard out the Pyroblast iteration, a fetch land, and 2 Prismatic Endings. Prismatic Ending is just a bit worse against. I don't think it's that good against Initiative in general. So the opponent has Gemstone Cavern, Luck Counter, and then goes City of Traders, Crow Mox. So he's going wild. Cast White Plum, we're going to force pitch Ponder, and draw another force, which is nice. I don't know why he Chromoxed even. Makes no sense. Here I'm fine. Trinisphere is totally fine for me. I really don't care about that card. We're just gonna pass. I do have to force this, sadly. I think basically I have to do this. Just really seasoned engineer. It was just way too good. Got prismatic ending, which is nice. So he's gonna blow up the. So now what is he's gonna play case, introduce initiative, which I'm actually okay with. He only has one card in hand, and I'm gonna play endurance. He cannot solitude or plow it because of Trinisphere. So we're gonna play endurance, and then prismatic ending the case, attack for 3, gain the initiative. And I mean, I could not play the land, but with Trinisphere on the board, I feel like I really want to. So now I feel really good. I'm just gonna strike 2, leave the plow on top for sure, attack. So opponent Lotus Petals himself, which is funny. Yeah, fine. I'm just gonna plow this. Oh, brainstorm. Interesting. Okay. I guess I brainstorm in case I have Terminus. So I'm just gonna get a treasure token. Now the Trinisphere is basically whatever. Play around the Flicker card, I think, here. So 3 mana Lotus Petal. Okay. Venture into the dungeon, get a 4/1, and feel really good here. Emiria is a bit annoying, not gonna lie. Plow 1 token. Go into the dungeon, get a Hero, Carapace, fetch another, well, fetch the ending, okay, so now we're just gonna kill the other token. Now I feel good. I mean, I'm gonna leave Dress Down up, there's absolutely no reason not to. Yeah, so now we're just gonna escape row, have Dress Down up, pass the turn. Opponent can't really do much, so I feel like this game's way over. Yeah, now I'm just gonna go to the Forge. Sure, attack for 12, next turn trap you. I mean, even if he has something, I think it doesn't matter. Alright, this game's over, yep, alright. So, Gemstone Caverns. Just, like, basically the opponent had less cards. He had a Chromox, he had Gemstone Caverns, 2 of them even. He had the Lotus Petal himself. Also kind of interesting that he kept this one and not the lucky counter one. That could have been a misclick also. Alright. Also, Trinisphere was surprisingly okay for me. Let's see if I did something, because I did see Trinispheres. Okay. So, took out 1 Blue Blast, brought in Prismatic Ending because I saw Trinispheres. I still have 1 Hydro Blast for case, so that's fine. This hand's great. Now I took a huge risk here. Basically not forcing a Chalice. Now here I obviously have to force. But lucky drew the land. So we have that. So opponent now is gonna probably cast a White Plume Adventure. We're gonna Dress Down. I think just get a Trop. Or yeah, get a Trop, play Dress Down. A Sanctuary, which is really bad, but okay. Problem with the Dress Down, which is probably close to perfect. Fable, I'm gonna force a Fable, especially since he used the Lotus Petal, so I feel like it's fine if I get a 2 for 2. Prismatic Ending is surprisingly a really good draw. Don't have Dress Down mana up this game, this turn, which is unfortunate because he's gonna cast something big. But it's just a Chalice for 3. Now this is interesting. It was really interesting that he did this because I feel like just totally fine for me. because most of his cards are 3-drops. So I'm just going to draw Minskamboo eventually. Yeah, now we're just going to pass. I don't want to play the land because I have Brainstorm. So I Ponder, draw the Brainstorm. Here I'm just going to pass. So opponent, Archon, blows up his City of Traders, cast Archon for 3 mana, but with Cavern obviously you can do that. That's okay, we have enough, I'm just going to kill it. So this game I feel okay, not great. I do need to draw Minskamboo, and I am flooding out a bit, but the opponent does have quite a lot of bad draws, where mine are okay. Now, yeah, he played the Miria, gets 2 tokens, so we really need like a Terminus, or never mind. Miracle it right on time. That being said, we do have 3 of them in my deck with 34 cards, so I feel like that was okay. Another, oh, this is Chancellor, okay. Interesting sideboard plan against me. Not really sure I like that. So basically, once I draw Minskamboo, I feel good. I don't want to play the lands again. We have Brainstorm. They draw go for a bit. Uro, not great. Chalice on 3. This game is wild. It's totally wild. Forcible is a nice draw. Not really sure why I played that land. Okay. That is a Minskamboo. Now I just feel like I win the game. Not really sure what the opponent can draw. Could have Solitude, but Solitude is so bad against Minskamboo that I don't even care. He cannot have Touch of the Spirit Realm because of Chalice on 3. So looks like Minskamboo just going to kill him. Draw another Uro, which doesn't do anything. I guess that's something he can do with Touch. Again, uncounterable Archon, which is okay. I'm going to fetch a bit just to filter my lands out. Leave 1 land. Hydroblast is fine. It's another it's a counter for caves. So I like that. Which is exactly what he drew. So right on time. Also you have Fable the Mirror Breaker. Play Wasteland tap, attack, and kill the opponent with Minskamboo. Alright, so 3-0. This game was kind of cool, that in a sense, Dresden was amazing. Opponent played Chalice on 3, so like, I believe he had 1 or 2 3-drops that he couldn't cast. A good example is Touch, so you cannot kill my Minskamboo. And I mean, if you're flickering a Boo token and attacking Minskamboo with Archon, it's just great for me. And there was no initiative this game, so opponent had a hard time basically continuing his game plan. So I'm playing against Marcus. I'd like to respond on Magic Online. Known for playing these Esper Kitten, Doomsday, Guardians, something like that. Feel okay. This hand's really good. Just feel really good about it. Dresden is nice. He usually plays like Infiltrate, Snapcaster Mages, and those kind of cards. It's also pretty good against Kitten itself. And I mean, if he's on Doomsday, it's great. Just another hate piece. So draw land. And probably exactly what I want to draw. Yep, Baleful Strix. Try another expressive iteration. It's good. Really good. Nishra's Bobble. Targeting me, but obviously we're going to shuffle that. Play the Ponder, that's fine. Do Brainstorm here. Draw the Pyre-Black, which is just amazing. Probably the best card, almost the best card in my deck in this matchup. Game 1. Just because like he probably plays Teferi, he counters Kitten for 1 mana, counters Snapcaster, just really, really good. I'm not going to play Iteration here, I don't want to. Just, again, land and go. In case he plays a second Strix, we can dress down. He has a Caracas, which is really annoying, because basically stops both Minskaboo and Uro. Well, basically Minskaboo. Uro is not really my main game plan, because he has Plows and Prismatic Endings and so on. So, I know I have a Prismatic Ending on top. I mean, I could draw it and just kill the Strix. Don't hate that. Don't think I need to, but I mean, the Strix is something I need to deal with, but okay, we're just gonna get rid of that. Hey, Miracle Terminus, okay. So just go to Tundra and Miracle Terminus. No land drop. I could have pondered for a land, but I feel like I want to leave up dress down in case I don't draw a land. These replays are a bit slow, so sorry for that. Marcus Lango does have 6 cards in here, which I'm worried about, I'm not gonna lie. Just feels like could have a bunch of counter spells, combo pieces. My biggest hope is that he has just a bunch of like prismatic endings and so on. Here I think I'm just gonna ponder for a land with a trop. One is I don't want iteration just because. Okay, this is perfect. 2 land, 0, play land, go.